या प्रीति अविवेकानां विषयेषु अनुपायिनी त्वम् अनुस्मरत समे हृदयान्मपसर्पतु. From Prapanna Gita. May I think of thee with that strong love which the ignorant cherish for the things of the world, and may that love never cease to abide in my heart. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Stories of Vedanta Monks, Part 39. As you know, it is a series of lectures based on the Bengali book, Prachin Sadhuder Katha. These are the monks of the Ramakrishna order who were the second generation monks. Some of them are disciples of Vivekananda, Holy Mother, Brahmananda, Shivananda, Sharadananda. These Swamis are really spiritual magnets. Very inspiring. They taught through their lives. They demonstrated what true religion is. Before I begin my lecture, I generally give a little introduction. Sri Ramakrishna again and again mentioned the importance of holy company in spiritual life. Sadhu Sangha, holy company. Holy company is a medicine of worldly disease. He gave a simile that if a person is heavily drunk, and if somebody gives that person chal dhua jal, dry rice, wash it, and that water, if that person drinks, his intoxication will go away. I do not know. It has been experimented or not, but Sri Ramakrishna said it. Chal dhua jal. One day, Girish Ghosh came to Dakshineshwar, heavily drunk. Sri Ramakrishna just touched him, and the drunkenness disappeared. He commented, my goodness, I spent so much money to buy this bottle, and he ruined my intoxication. That is the way holy company works. One day Sri Ramakrishna mentioned, pointing his finger like this, means those who are around me, Mahamaya does not trap them. They are free from Maya. That result we get from holy company. What is the way? Sadhu Sangha or Prarthana, holy company and prayer. If you don't go to a doctor, your disease will not go away. Similarly, you need holy company constantly. Sometimes I give this illustration. If you want heat, you will have to sit near the fireplace. If you are away from the fireplace, you will not get the heat. You will suffer from cold. We get heat, we get light. That we get from holy company. Sri Ramakrishna gave another illustration that really if you want to know the mystery of spiritual life, you must have the company of the holy. He says, if you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, he will teach you, holding the pulse, which one belongs to the Vayu, Pitta, Kapha. Vayu means air, Pitta means which is bile, and Kapha means cold. So the equilibrium of these three elements in human body is perfect health. If any one of them is up and down, if they are imbalanced, then disease comes. So if we stay with this doctor, you will be able to know which pulse, what is the condition of the pulse. It is Vayu or Pitta or Kapha. Some people go for holy company to have a smoke of hemp. Some holy men, of course, smoke hemp. I don't. Sri Ramakrishna says the nature of the devotees are just like hemp smokers. They do not like to relish God alone. They share. The sharing is very important. Kathayantasya mam nittam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Krishna says, talk about God with other devotees, then it will increase your love. I still remember Sri Ramakrishna says, these hemp smokers, they do not enjoy smoking alone. They generally smoke in a group. And when they are happy and intoxicated, they embrace each other. So I have seen in my village how the hemp smokers smoke. They take the hemp, they rub it with their hand, then put it into an earthen some pipe, they put it there and then they set fire. Then they blow it, and when the smoke comes through the bottom of that pipe, that means it is ready. That time they will smoke like this. They will give a long puff, then give to the next man. He will do the next thing. In this way they rotate. Funny. Very funny how they smoke. Sri Ramakrishna says this. The devotee's nature also like that. They love to talk. What is inside that comes outside. As Sri Ramakrishna says, if you eat radish, you will belch radish. If you drink coconut water, you will belch coconut water. If your mind is full of God and God consciousness, you will talk only about that. সাধুদের ছবি ঘরে রাখতে হয়, তাতে উদ্দীপন হয়। Sri Ramakrishna says, keep some good holy pictures of holy men saying years of truth, in your room. Then you will get awakening. You will get inspiration. Pictures. Or some people I have seen the arts and some worldly pictures in the room. No. Holy picture of holy people. Then he said, if you see the picture of an imitation custard apple, immediately remember the real custard apple. If you see a worldly, very worldly picture, that worldly vibration will come into your mind. Have the company of the holy. A devotee came and said, Sangsare bodo jala. There is so much burning, suffering in life, in human family life. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you want enjoyment, you will have to get the suffering. It is inevitable. You cannot get rid of it. Then he gave that illustration. A kite got a fish and wanted to eat it. But the all crews chased the kite. So the kite could not get any chance to eat it. So it is flying from one tree to the other and all crews are chasing. Accidentally, that fish dropped from the beak of that kite and all crows went to that direction. And the kite sat on the branch of a tree and said, "Oof, how much peace I have now. Nobody is attacking me." Same thing, Sri Ramakrishna said, if you have the object of enjoyment, you will be chased by Maya and other people and give you suffering. Somebody came to him and said, there is so much burning in this worldly life. Him said, you have drunk bottle after bottle of wine whole night. In the morning will you not stagger? You have drunk this worldliness, you will get burning. You cannot get rid of it. Then there was a devotee, he was Swamiji's classmate, Kedarnath Chattopadhyay. He used to live in Dakshineshwar. He was going to work in Calcutta by boat, but he has some family problems. So he got down from the boat and came to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna said, my goodness, why you were supposed to go to work? Master, I have no peace. I have no peace. That is the reason I came to you. Sri Ramakrishna says, look, you are a family man, you will have to do your duties. Time to time come to me. Be like a crocodile. The crocodile lives under the water. Time to time it raises its that mouth up and takes a deep breath and relaxes. What a beautiful example Sri Ramakrishna gave. Crocodile. Live in this world, time to time come and rest with the holy people. Last year, whole year, our devotees could not come to this temple. This is the resting place due to this COVID. We really miss our devotees. This place, as Christ said, my Father's house has many mansions. As long as you are with the bridegroom, enjoy. That is the way I look at our centers, all centers of the Ramakrishna Maharaj. These centers belong to the devotees and the monks, all, both. Resting place. The people in this world need holy company. Those who have devotion, they find out holy people. I know some people in town, many years they are here. They do not know about Vedanta or Sri Ramakrishna. They have no desire to know. They are not hungry. If you have hunger, you will find out where is the food. Time factor is there. As long as you have tremendous desire for enjoyment, mind will never come to God. And if you have no holy company or tapasya, you will not comprehend about the spiritual life. Sometimes Swamiji used to say, it is extremely difficult to speak in front of expressionless faces. In the audience I see people, no expression. Sri Ramakrishna mentioned another thing. You must adjust your watch properly. A holy person's mind is always towards God. So seeing the life of a holy person, you adjust your watch, whether your movement, your life is going properly or not. God gives liberation to that person who has longing. And he arranges holy company for them. In Kaushituki Upanishad, there is a mantra. Yam ebbho loke ebbho nishatitam sadhu karma karoiti, sadhu chintaiti. Whom God wants to lift upwards, He will make that person think holy thought. Force him to do good deed. That means He makes everything favorable. Favorable. Byakulata, longing. Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful illustration. You have a big family, you lost your job. What will you do? You become very anxious to get a job immediately. You send your resumes to different companies, you go to different offices. Do you have any opening? Do you have an opening for a job? Honne hoye ghore. That is the word Sri Ramakrishna says. He is mad to get a job. He knows if I do not have a job, my family will starve. Similarly, if you have that kind of longing, you will see God. He gave a funny illustration. Gope chana diche, you are twirling your mustache, chewing the beetle roll, and putting one leg after another. That is not the way you will see God. I remember I used to tease one of our American devotees in Santa Barbara. You people want to realize God reclining on lazy boy chair, smoking cigarette, drinking coffee, watching TV, that is the way you want God. She used to tell me, exactly, Swami, that is the way I want to see God. The question arises, how shall I recognize a sadhu? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a beautiful line. Jahar darshane mukhe aishe Krishna naam, tahare janiyo tumi Vaishnava pradhan. Seeing that person, you feel to chant God's name. That means he is a real sadhu. They put several adjectives of a real holy person. First, sadhu niropeksha. Very independent. Second, madgata chitta. His mind dwells in me, Krishna says. Third, prashanto. His mind is calm. Samadarshana, same-sighted. Mamatasana, free from attach. Nirahankara, free from ego. Dandvatito, his mind beyond the pairs of opposites. Nishparigraha, he does not have any holding. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you see a monk has a big bundle at the back, don't, a lot of belongings, he has a lot of attachments. Don't think he is not a good sadhu. He does not depend on God. So one of our sadhus used to make a joke. He said, well, we do not have bundles, but we have leather suitcase and we have holders. No, you can trust us. I always ask our devotees, create an atmosphere at home. Make your shrine beautiful. Always buy best pictures. Decorate with flowers. Burn the light incense. Light the candle. Play some good music, bhajan. Keep holy books in your shrine. Meditate, pray, repeat mantra, read. Create an atmosphere. You will not get a holy man all the time in your home. It is extremely important to create an atmosphere if you want to realize God in this life. Music, I still remember on 4th of July in Trubuco Monastery, my brothers, American brothers, used to play Gregorian music. Whole monastery would vibrate with that music, reverberate the whole music and sound. I love Gregorian music. I have so many tapes in my room. Create some beautiful music. Anyhow, preparation is very important in spiritual life. Let me start now. We are talking about Swami Madhavananda's instructions to the devotees. Swami Madhavananda, I met him many times. He died in 1964, October. I still remember the day he died. I was meditating on the bank of the Ganges, and I found some people are removing this fence. I go, why? I know that is the cremation place. Right side of Swamiji's temple on the bank of the Ganges. Then after meditation I came and learned that Maharaj died. Beludma, Tuesday, 2nd October 1962. While practicing japam and meditation, your good thoughts will awaken. Japam is easy. Meditation is not possible for everybody. But you must practice your japam wholeheartedly. Always remember, the name and the persons are identical. God gave intense power in that name, in that mantra. That is the reason Thakur said, Japat Siddhi. Perfection comes through practicing japam. Sri Ramakrishna is the world teacher in this age. He came to show us the easiest way to realize God. That is it. I shall make two comments. One comment is, Nam Nami Abhed. The name and the person are identical. Anirban, a saintly scholar, wrote a book on japam. I shall give you some ideas from that man's experience and writing. When you call a person named Jesus, the Jesus form comes to my mind. Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna's form comes to my mind. Because the name and the person are connected. You cannot separate Jesus, that sound, that name, from the Jesus form. So name and form are interconnected. When you see in a distance there is a smoke, you know there is a fire. There is fire. Similarly, the nad, sound, Ramakrishna, sound. Immediately, that sound creates that form in my mind. That is the way this name and the person are identical. When I repeat the mantra, I want to listen. I want to listen through my inner eye, inner ear. Ramakrishna. Every mantra has a nada. Nada means sound, sound, sound. The sound is called Shabda Brahma. One should follow and move forward through this sound. That sound merges in the cosmic sound, that is Om. Let me give an example that how to catch that sound. He gave a beautiful illustration. Sometimes you have seen that people want to lift the kite. They want to play the kite. So one person holds the kite, and here quite a distance, one person with the string holds the string. The kite, he tries to lift it. Perhaps several times he fails. Finally, when the favorable wind comes, the kite goes up. When it goes up, then this person who is pulling the kite, he plays and plays and plays. Then when kite is on the top, then the favorable wind goes, he only touches, he only holds the thread, and it flies. He sees that kite is you. That is your spiritual subtle body. Your gross body is on the ground, holding the string, and the subtle body is up, which is roaming in the infinite blue sky, playing with Mahabhayu. Shoot it there and play. You know, it is a good imagery to think about that way. That my Jivatma is on the top. That thread, through the mantra, the sound takes us to the higher plane of consciousness. Then the gudi, that kite, with great joy just floats above this earth, above this attachment, above everything. So through repeating mantra, our mind also soars high. With this gross, heavy body, I cannot go on the top. It remains on the ground. But at the same time, that straight connection between the kite and myself is there. At that time, my Jivatma is within infinite, not in the finite world. In the name, as God exists in its name, so I am also connected with that name in a subtle form. The name is my another form. He gave another illustration. Here's a big fish. I have seen in our part of the country, shadfish. It's just two big rows. Perhaps millions of eggs, small eggs are inside that ship, in that fish. When the fish lays the eggs, perhaps millions of fish will come in the water. So each egg of that row is you, me, millions of people, the Jivatma. And this fish is the Paramatma. We are all interconnected. That from the egg fish comes, again that fish goes back to the egg. Abhaktadini bhutani, bhakta madhyani bharata. From that unmanifest we manifest, again from manifest we go to unmanifest. So this cosmic sound, Mahanad, Om, is the source of the whole creation. The whole creation is nothing by name and form. Chair, microphone, light, mask, camera, which is all sound. Chetanananda, Vedanta Society, these are all sound. And then comes name. Sound first. Look, that is the way we read in the Bible, read the book of John. In the beginning was the Word with God. And that Word took flesh, took the shape of flesh, Jesus. Word, sound, spota. This Om is the sound. In the Kathopanishad we also read, Etad Abhaksharam Bud Brahma, Etad Devaksharam Param, Etad Devaksharam Gatva, Yo Yadishyati Taisatat. This Om, this Akshar, Brahma, this manifested this Brahman with form, Brahman without form. And knowing this Brahman, you can achieve anything you like. Etadalammalam srishtam, etadalammanam param, etadalammanam gatva, brahmaloke mahiyate. These are the beautiful verses of the Kathopanishad. This alamban, this Brahman is the supreme. Knowing this Brahman, brahmaloke mahiyate, you will be established in the realm of Brahman. Anyhow, this Om he is trying to say, this Japam, don't think it is only a name. It is the entire, that whole cosmic sound inside in that name. This cosmic sound merges with the little sound which I am repeating in my shrine, it merges into the cosmic sound. Anyhow, it is a big, beautiful way he described this Om. Bellarmine, Thursday, 4th October 1962. If you practice spiritual disciplines, definitely we will get the result. But don't be impatient if the result comes late. Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated how to call on God. All of his teachings he will get in the Gospel of Ramakrishna. He came to this world taking a human form. Let me comment on this first. If you are sincere, God will make everything favorable for you. Fall, result. Most people want, if they do not get the result within 2-3 days, they give up. It does not go that way. They think that if I go work whole day, at the end of the day, I will get my remuneration. I will get money. For 15 hours, $20 a day, I shall get the money. In the afternoon, I shall get my money. But you will have to wait. It does not go that way. I sometimes make a joke. A woman cannot expect a baby the next day when she is pregnant. She has to wait 9 months, 10 months. And you want same shower, immediately you want. It is not instant coffee. Natu Maharaj used to say, Samtak pata zarur padegi. Before evening, you will get a plate, leaf plate. In the banquet, all are invited, and people will be fed batch after batch. If you are lucky, you will get your lunch at 12 o'clock, then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All people will be fed. So if your luck is not good, you will have to suffer from hunger, and at 6 o'clock you will get food. You will have to wait. You will have to wait. There is no other way. ফলের দিকে বিশেষ নজর দেওয়ার, it is, don't watch the fruits. When you put the seed in the ground, it will come a plant and a tree, and then it will bloom and it will bring fruit. The ignorance will go away, knowledge will appear. But you will have to work hard. You must be sincere. There is nothing to fear. He is very dear to us. Is it easy to purify the mind quickly? Sheep mother. Did you see how an angler catches a fish? He asks the fish to run around, hooked. And then when the fish is tired, then he pulls near the shore and then he picks the fish. In the beginning, if he tries to catch the fish will break the rod and tear the string and go away. Play with that fish first. So God plays with us. When you will pull, you will be caught. Religion is caught, which is not taught. Main thing is to think of Him. You will have to love Him. All of your weakness, impurities of the mind will go away, and you will develop a desire to see Him. Try to think Him. You will see Him. Beautiful way He said. Krishna mentioned in the Gita, Karmanyeva te adhikarana phale, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have the right to action, not to the fruits. Fruits are in the hands of God. Swami Turiyananda gave an illustration. You put the seed under the ground and it has become a plant, and every day you are lifting and seeing that how much the root has gone down to the ground, that tree will never grow. Let it be. Go on repeating the mantra, hour after hour. Then it will bear the result. Kripana phalahetava. Those who are wretched, they only seek the result. Work right, result will come automatically. We are always seeking the result, right now. How to live in this world? Live in God. This verse of the Gita inspires me. Chapter 12, verse 8. Mayeva manadasya, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayeva, ataurdhamna samshaya. Fix your mind in me, O Arjuna, and hold me in your intellect. Then you will live in me. Do not doubt about it. That is God's promise to human beings. You see, we sometimes go to the shrine and we put our mind in Sri Ramakrishna or God, and then immediately mind goes away somewhere else. No. Buddhim niveshaya. Hold the mind on Sri Ramakrishna with your intellect. Intellect is the determinative faculty. I give an illustration for that. I want to take a picture of you. So I am focusing your face. with my camera. When it is right focus, I press the shutter. It clicks and a picture is gone, is taken. With that shutter clicking, that is buddhi. Boom, it will go inside. Very interesting how mind and buddhi, how it works. Mind fluctuates, right, wrong, pros and cons. And buddhi determines. That Krishna says, buddhim niveshaya. Hold me, press me with this intellect, so that it will not shake, it will be steady. That brings joy in a spiritual life. 5 minutes if your mind does not oscillate, vacillate, you will get tremendous joy and peace. That he is talking about. That is Hauja Yoga. Belur Math, Tuesday, 16th October 1962. The goal of human life is to realize God. The goal is not to get big car, big house, big family. We are not born to have that. You will have to realize God by practicing spiritual disciplines. God is one, but he has many names and many forms. Do not quarrel about God and religion. In South India, the Shiva devotees do not go to Vishnu temple, and Vishnu devotees do not go to the Shiva temple. Some people are very small-minded. They do not understand. They are so narrow-minded, they think God is only this and not that. Do not be satisfied with some kind of worldly achievements, big house, big car, objects of enjoyment. They are all temporary, transient objects. In Shankha Sutra, Shankha Karika verse 50, I shall talk to you. They talked about tushti. Tushti means satisfaction. Some people get satisfied. Oh, I have millions of dollars. Bas, satisfied. I have a big home, big family. Satisfied. Swami Brahmananda used to say, in spiritual life, always create dissatisfaction. Spiritual experience has higher and higher and higher. It is endless. Oh, I had a little vision of God. In my dream I saw, that's enough. I saw God. That is not right. Tushti. Very interesting about this tushti. There are 9 kinds of satisfaction. 4 adhyatmic and 5 bhajik. Adhyatmic tushti is called prakritik tushti. Nature tushti, that satisfaction comes from nature. Oh, this nature is giving me everything, so I am happy, satisfied. God realization depends upon, I am happy with my regular life. Do not disturb me. Then second kind of tushti is upadan tushti. Upadan means how to get that satisfaction. But upadan means here vivek sakshatkar. But take monastic life. Then that is tushti. But monastic life is not enough. You can put on ochre cloth, that doesn't mean anything. third kind of tushti comes kala tushti. Kala tushti means, well, God's realization, no, when I shall retire, that time I shall practice japa and meditation. God's realization, no, in course of time, everybody will be liberated, so I will be liberated. That is called kala tushti, time, satisfaction. Next is bhagya tushti. Well, if it is in my forage, in my lot, in my fortune, I shall get it. They do not make any effort. These four kinds of satisfaction are not good. Then he says, another 5 kinds of satisfaction comes from renunciation. Oof, money. So much suffering to earn money. I renounce. Kshay. Oof, my money is spent away this way. I get pain, so I renounce. Then third is then protecting the money from the thieves, from the robbers, from the tax, pain. So you got pain from 3 ways: earning, pain, protecting the money, pain, spending the money, we get pain, upabhog. Upabhog means I am enjoying my sense life, sensual world life, but the more desire comes. So I have no satisfaction. So give up that desire. Then hingsha. My happiness depends upon destroying somebody else. Oh, I want to eat meat, fish. I am killing those innocent animals for my enjoyment. So these are the ways this person tries to maintains the satisfaction through renunciation. Anyhow, it is it's a long discussion about this satisfaction. In a spiritual life, create this dissatisfaction, that I want God more and more and more. Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful illustration. A person is seated on the shore of the ocean, but I am not happy. I want to see what is in the bottom of the ocean. Then I can see the whole ocean. In the bottom of the ocean, I find the pearls, so many precious things. Dive deep, dive deep. After seeing God, Sri Ramakrishna wanted to see God in many ways. That is the reason we find Sri Ramakrishna's life and teachings are very interesting. Sometimes, even Shankar's scripture is very interesting. There are 8 reasons we do not see God. God exists, but we do not see. First, Oti Durat. I know the arch on the bank of the Mississippi River in the downtown St. Louis exists. I went there many times, but here I do not see it. If I do not see it, that does not mean that arch does not exist. Then Shambhipyat, thing which is very close, but you do not see. I cannot see my own eyes, but it is with these eyes I see everything. But if you have a mirror, I can see my eyes. So if you have a clean, clear mind, you will see God. Indriya ghatat. I have seen one girl in Kansas City. She, at the age of 18, she had some brain tumor and she lost her sight. But she used to come to the temple. Her father used to bring her. So during the dinner times, we used to give a food plate to her, and we had to, one devotee used to tell her, at 12 o'clock, rice, 3 o'clock is vegetables, in 6 o'clock there is dal, in 9 o'clock there is another something what is called some dessert or something like that. So the girl knows where the food is, but she cannot see. Knowing the position of the clock, he knows what the food is and where that food is available. Amazing. Indriya Ghatat, through, if you are blind, you cannot see. But thing exists. Mano anubhasthanat. Suppose you are seated in front of me, my mind is thinking something else. I do not see you. Next, shokshmat. If it is too subtle, we cannot see. There are so many microbes flying in this room, I cannot see it. Babudhanat. There is a Missouri Historical Society, the other side. Because of the wall, I cannot see it. But Missouri Historical Society exists. Ubhibhavat. Suppose I put a candle light in the bright sun, this light will be overpowered by the sunlight. So this light I cannot see. And Samanabhi Aracha. I took my Ganges water and mixed with the Mississippi River water. When both are mixed up, I cannot separate. These are the 8 reasons the thing exists. But Ganges water I put in the Mississippi River, that water is there, but I cannot see it. These are the 8 reasons the Shankar philosophers gave. The thing exists, but people do not see. Very interesting. People talk about, they quote about God. Sri Ramakrishna gave a told a beautiful story that Padmalochan was the judge. The followers of Vishnu and followers of Shiva had a fight, which God is greatest. So Padmalochan asked the Shiva's followers, have you seen Shiva? No. Your father? No. Your grandfather? No. Then he asked the Vishnu's followers, have you seen Vishnu? No. Your father, grandfather? No, no. Then how do you know who is great? You have not seen God, that is the reason you are fighting. Then he reconciled. Those are devotees of Shiva, they think Shiva is the greatest. Those who devotees of Vishnu, they think Vishnu is the greatest. That's all. God is a precious thing. You cannot buy it through money. You cannot attain Him by your power, position. He only listens the inner voice of your heart. Like a little child, appeal to Him. He is the ocean of mercy. If you practice a little disciplines, spiritual disciplines, you will come forward. You just make an effort with great enthusiasm. The more you go to the east, the west will be far, far behind you. The more and more your attachment for the world will go away. Did you not see the anthill? That little ants created a huge high hill. So we need effort and sincerity. When the high tide comes, you will not have to ply the oar anymore. And then the favorable wind comes, unfurl the sail, you will reach your destination. Recently we saw that big ship was stuck in Suez Canal. More than a week, they could not move it. The tugboat, they are pulling and they are jigging to release that boat, which the wind, that part of the boat stuck in the mud with the shore. They could not move it. Who did it? High tide. When the water swelled, the boat came out from the mud. Just see. Very beautiful way he mentioned that again God comes forward. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you move one step toward God, God will come 10 steps toward you. Girish Ghosh says, I do not know. I did not move even one step toward God, but he came hundreds of steps towards me. Always move forward. Attachment. Time to time, when you sit for your shrine, in your shrine, ask yourself, who is taking my mind away from my beloved? Immediately you know who is taking away. You do not need any teacher to know it. You can see your mind, where is it going. Your attachment. This attachment slowly diminishes if you have the company of the holy and if you practice spiritual disciplines. One of our teachers told us, Swami Brahmananda used to told this story also. You know, do not underestimate yourself. Do not neglect people. In that connection, he told this story. Once there was a big forest fire. All wild animals were coming out from the forest. So a big elephant was coming out. So the little ants were in a branch of a tree. They are all assembled there. They are thinking that we will be burnt by this fire. So they told the elephant, why don't you break this branch of a tree and take us out from this forest and throw it outside and save our lives? The elephant raised the trunk and grabbed it and took outside. Then one day they found that elephant was lying down on the ground and was dying, bleeding. His nose is bleeding. Then they think, hey, he is our friend. He is dying, we must help. What is wrong? They found inside the nostril, there is a bumblebee, entered there and was biting and killing that elephant. So all these ants went there and they killed that bumblebee. Thousands of ants killed that bumblebee and saved the life of the elephant. Swami used to say, even that little elephant must respect it. It has a power to save the life of an elephant. Do not neglect human beings. Love them, respect them. ঠাকুর দয়া করে মানুষের শরীর ধরে এসেছেন। It is Sri Ramakrishna. God came in human form. He is the supreme teacher. All ideas are in him, though he is no more in physical form, but he exists in subtle form, in the hearts of the devotees and helping them. Swamiji wrote in Belur Math rule book, Sri Ramakrishna is still in subtle body. Those who will pray to Sri Ramakrishna now, they will get response very quickly. But my time is over. Holy Company. Atma me shuddhantam jyotiraham virajabi papma bhuyasam. Antaratma me shuddhantam jyotiraham virajabi papma bhuyasam. Paramatma me shuddhantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasam. May my body become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my mind become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my soul become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.